Today I'm going to show you guys a very easy trick to time your invisibility spells perfect every time, no matter what, when you're doing the Spirit Walk. Today I am going to show you guys how to do the Spirit Walk and time your invisibility spells perfect every time, no matter what. There's a really easy trick to learn. But first, let's talk about the Electro Boots really quickly. In order to use them with the Spirit Walk, that's what we're going to be doing. The Spirit Walk is when you alternate invisibility spells and the passive ability from the Spirit Fox to keep your Royal Champion invisible all the time. You only need level 1 Electro Boots. The main thing you're going to gain from them is that she doesn't get distracted by the little skeletons that spawn from the traps, right? And they do that at level 1. So level 1, totally fine. Now, obviously you need the Spirit Fox, so Town Hall 16 and 17, I guess this is what it's going to be for, right? I don't think Town Hall 15 has a Spirit Fox. But I guess you could do it, but you'd just be using way more invisibility spells. The second thing is you need a max level Spirit Fox and max level invisibility spells for this to work. And then you have to have the Royal Champion be the very first thing that you put on the map, because we are going to be using this timer at the top to help us keep track of when to put our invisibility spells down. And if you put a balloon down, the timer is going to start counting down and it's going to throw the math off a little bit. If you can do the math really quickly in your head, I guess go for it. But this will just make it easier if you don't. And then also the last thing before we get into this raid live, what I'll do is I'll do this one live to show you the trick live in action. And then after this, I'll break down some replays to show you how to use this Spirit Walk with the Root Rider attack to just crush every base. Now avoid the Town Hall. That's the last thing I'll say. What will happen is every 10 seconds, your Royal Champion is going to go visible for a split second, and the Town Hall will absolutely wreck the Spirit Fox, and it will really prevent your Royal Champion from getting very much damage because you're just going to have to use way too many invisibility spells at that point. So let's go ahead and get in. Let me show you the trick. Pay attention to the little timer up here, right there. When this says, when I place my Royal Champion down, the 3-minute timer is going to start. At 2 minutes and 56 seconds remaining in the raid, so 4 minutes into the raid, I'm going to place my first invisibility spell. And then 10 seconds after that, every time, no matter what, is when I'm going to place my next invisibility spell. So at 2:46, then 2:36, then 2:26, and so on. But let's go ahead and just put our Royal Champion down here. So at 2 minutes and 56 seconds, that's when I'm going to put the first one down. Boom. And she might go visible for a split second, but that's okay. 2 minutes and 46 seconds when I'm going to put my next one down. And I'm going to leave that circled up there so that you guys can still see it. Boom. She goes visible for a split second. Totally fine again. Not a big deal. 2 minutes and 36 seconds is coming up. Not worried about the minion prints. So 2 minutes and 26 seconds is going to be the next one. Okay, Spirit Fox is dead, so we have to just go and just use all of the spells now. Holy cow, where is she? Still get decent damage with her. I should know that the Spirit Fox died. It's kind of hard to explain and talk and do this all at the same time, so I'll blame it on that. But we're going to restart this base anyway. And I'm going to put my queen down too. And we are just going to go right into the Town Hall first. I should probably put my Apprentice Warden down. We're going to rage right here real quick and keep the healers raged up. I'm going to pop my queen ability too. I like to have a little bit of extra damage rate at the start because this is a raid where you kind of want to get through the beginning of this really quickly, right? I'm going to actually activate my Warden ability right now just so the healers, I just saw some mines coming up and I freaked out. So that's why I used that there. Okay, that was a genius idea. Let's pop the Earthquake Boots here in just a second. That way it will help eliminate some of the high damage stuff. And then we'll just use some of these Headhunters now. And even though I could have gotten a lot more value with the Spirit Walk, it's still something that I'm still learning how to do well. I let the Spirit Fox die, right? You're still going to see, we can still crush bases, right? You just can get so much value with these. I really think them being like the top 2 or maybe 3 pieces of equipment in the game is definitely up for discussion right now. They are just absolutely so good. It's crazy how much value you can get with this Spirit Walk. So you can see we've got a lot of stuff left in this. Hopefully my queen can get the ricochet cannon there. It looks like they're going to go ahead. We've still got 45 seconds left. We've got that one building up there. I probably should have sent something up there to clear. Looks like I'm thinking we should still have enough time. And especially with the Root Riders opening walls, that will help a lot. I don't know what the Queen's doing, but we're going to have enough time definitely to get up there. It's definitely overkill, right? We've got a lot of stuff left. 3 heroes still alive. This one just gets close on time because I didn't save one Valkyrie for that cleanup building. But Yeah, and I could have gotten a lot more value with my Spirit Walk as well. But I'm going to show you guys, now we're going to break down some replays because I want to show you guys how to use the Spirit Fox with this Root Rider attack so that you can just absolutely crush bases. I'm swagging my Warden ability some raids. I'm swagging a bunch of spells. I have overkill like this almost every raid, it seems like. It really is probably the strongest attack of the game right now with the introduction of the Electro Boots. So let's go ahead and just analyze some of those replays and teach you guys that attack. All right, let's break down this attack, and I'm going to show you guys kind of how this attack functions. It's almost similar to like the Super Witch attack, but you're using Root Riders instead of Super Witches, and you're using the Royal Champion instead of the Fireballs. And I'll explain what I mean by that. But really quickly, let me really drill in the point that every 10 seconds, you're going to be placing an invisibility spell. So if your Royal Champion heads out of an invisibility spell for a second, you've got to use an extra one and you start to lose track of things, look at the timer. The timer will tell you when you need to put your next invisibility spell down. You will always be able to get back on track when normally if you didn't know that trick, it would be extremely difficult to find out when to get back on track. So again, on this base, I do not want to put my Royal Champion anywhere near this Town Hall, right? Because it will wreck the Spirit Fox. And I really like to take on some of the heavy hitting defenses first. So I'm literally going to start at the opposite end of the Town Hall. And I actually don't mind drawing the CC with my Royal Champion. If you can time the invisibility spells well enough, she's going to ignore the Clan Castle, and then you can deal with these types of CCs where they're meant to freeze you up when all of this damage is attacking you, and you can actually deal with them outside of that really toxic core. So I actually don't mind drawing the CC with this. Let's go ahead and push play, and what this is going to look like is, again, I'm just going to be using the trick in order to keep my Royal Champion alive the whole time, right? She's going to chunk out a large section of the base. And as we get closer to when that's happening, I will kind of start to draw the plan and the idea for the rest of the attack. But again, you can see just how insane she deals with skeletons and stuff. Like normally that would have just wrecked the Spirit Walk, right? Just all those extra skeletons, she would have wasted so much time. This piece of equipment really allows her to get so much damage with this. It's pretty nuts. Okay, so I use her ability here. I kind of lost the Spirit Fox again early on this raid, and I actually I get frozen up by the ice columns. But you can start to see, even though I kind of screwed up the Spirit Walk on this, right? I'm still not a pro at this. I've gotten rid of basically this entire thing. And now basically what your plan is going to be is you're going to use your Siege Barracks and your King and your Queen to get rid of this kind of stuff so that your Root Riders head right to the core. You want your Root Riders in the middle of the base in the highest stuff because you have the Eternal Tome and it's not a big deal if they go to the heavy hitting areas now, right? And we've already dealt with the CC, right? I don't have to deal with any of the CC while I'm in the middle of the base now. And this is where it starts to kind of almost look like the Super Witch attack, right? You just use the Siege Barrack and a hero or two to funnel them into the middle of the base, and you're just going to smash through the middle of the base like you would with this Super Witch army. You probably could honestly use the Super Witches with this too. I haven't even tried that yet, but now I might. I give myself some ideas. Yeah, let's ×2 through the rest of this, and I will just show you guys how crushed this base is. It's pretty insane how strong this attack is. Definitely learn this. Learn the Spirit Walk. It's going to be used in so many attacks, and it's really, really good. It's not as complicated as you think if you use that timer trick. Look at all the overkill I've got left. Let's go ahead. We'll analyze one more replay. That way I leave you guys with enough information so that you can feel like you can do this attack comfortably on your own. All right, on this replay, I actually wanted to show you what it looks like when you put your Royal Champion to the Town Hall first. That way you guys can kind of see and get some first-hand experience. Now, you can obviously get some insane damage done still, and you're just gonna have to use way more invisibility spells much more quickly than you'd have to otherwise. But I still 3-star this base, but I just wanna show you guys what I mean by the Town Hall will wreck the Spirit Fox the split second that you go visible. I actually timed it really well here so that she didn't, but she will here in just a second, you'll see. Boom. Yep. 2 shots on the Spirit Fox, and she's just going to continue to take damage. And one more of these, right? And she's just already wrecked pretty much. We got lucky and we kill the Town Hall now, but the Spirit Fox is already below half health. Any mistakes now, and the Spirit Fox is done, and I hit a bomb, right? So the Town Hall really does make it so that you don't get as much damage with this. So I'll keep it on ×2 for the rest of the attack. I'm going to pause really quickly when this is done. And again, I use way more invisibility spells than I had to because I lost the Spirit Fox, but we've got this whole area. We've got this whole area of the base defensive wise done, right? So I'm going to treat this almost like I would the Super Witch attack. I'm going to put my Siege Barracks and my heroes right up here just to get rid of these buildings. And I want my Root Riders to just go right through the middle of the base while the heroes just kind of tackle the outside. So very similar to the Super Witch attack. Let's go ahead and push play so that I can show you guys live. And again, I draw the CC. I really actually like that. I like dealing with the CC when I'm not frozen up in the middle of this toxic core with like the heroes and the defenses and stuff attacking me at the same time. And you can see as we go through this base, it actually does get kind of closer to the end, but keep in mind, I don't think I got nearly as much value with my Spirit Walk this raid as I normally would, because I lost my Spirit Fox so early on, right? Right after the Town Hall. But you can, I guess you can go through the Town Hall if you want, but this one does get pretty close to the end. I actually had about 20 seconds of time left, but I think I only ended with my Queen and my Warden left, if I remember this attack. Yeah, and you can see things are starting to slow down just a little bit here. And you can see it's still, I guess, maybe not super uncomfortable right here. You still look right now and you're like, yeah, I'm probably going to 3-star. But it does get a little closer than any of the other raids, right? So I would just avoid the Town Hall first, and I wanted to show you guys this example specifically so that you could see that. But anyway, highly, highly recommend this strategy. Very, very good. This Root Rider attack is very easy to use if you know how to do the Spirit Walk. Well, that's going to do it for this video. I hope that you guys learn how to do that Spirit Walk, because the timer trick makes it so much easier. It takes all of the guesswork out of knowing when to place your invis spells. You just kind of have to predict the direction that your Royal Champion's going to head, and that's kind of easier, right? You can see where the closest defense is going to be next. The haste file obviously kind of messes with that a little bit, so you can maybe mess with some other equipment and stuff. I don't know that this is the best combination right now, but it's the one that's working the best for me at the moment. But totally, definitely recommend getting the Electro Boots. Do not skip these. They're absolutely broken right now, it feels like. So definitely get them, and I will see you guys next time.